56. The value leader of the forward look. The car with the look of success, the feel of success, the power of success. Dodge for 56. Now brings you television's famous mirth and money show, Break the Bank. Our first contestants tonight are a Holland-American family from Newburgh, New York, who will try to break the Dodge Bank for $1,300. And now here he is, America's favorite quizmaster, Bert Park.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now, thank you. I want to ask you the question that I'm sure you've all been waiting for. Does anybody want to break the bank? Wonderful audience. And now I'd like to present to you our lovely Janice European Teller with another one of her lovely creations. Janice,
Well, we ran out of time last week when we had a wonderful family from Newburgh, New York.
you all alone?
Aren't
Hi.
you bringing your sisters and your daddy?
Oh, there they are. Hello.
And if you remember, they'd gotten way up to $300
Yes,
with
who
no
are they, hon?
bids.
There we go.
This
Hi.
is Mr. Ari Bairstow. These are the twins,
How are you?
Jane and Agatha.
Hi.
Turn around, kid.
Hello.
And that's Gary.
Hi.
$300, shooting for $500.
Hi. Okay, thank you very much. And let's welcome them back. And folks, as you know, you stand right behind me, sir. That's good. And you all on the line like you were last week, and look at the girls have exactly the same identical dresses on. Let's reintroduce them again. Your first name is?
Jane Bristow, sir.
Hmm?
Jane Bristow.
Jane. And?
Agatha Bristow.
And?
Gary Bristow.
How are you, Gary?
Fine.
How old are you again?
6 years old.
6
please.
years old. What'd you do all week? Did you have a nice time?
Yes.
What'd you do?
Well, I played out and I went to school.
Did you get good marks in school?
Yeah.
Your teacher like you?
Mm,
You like her?
yeah.
That's good. You told me you had a secret for me. What was it? What's the secret?
I guess I won't tell you now.
I thought only girls did that. You know, last week, a lot of people, Mr. Verstow, when I asked you to converse for a moment, if you could say a few words in Dutch to my friend Peter Van Steeden, I don't think he was able to hear you last week. Peter, are you listening? Yeah. Are you on our wave? What channel are you on there, Peter? All right? Okay. Would you say something to him, and let's see if he can answer you, Mr. Verstow, in Dutch.
Gelukkig kerstfeest, Piet.
Hartelijk nieuwe jaar.
Dank je.
I got a sense of that. What does that mean? What did you say?
I wished him a Merry Christmas.
What did you say, Pete?
Hartelijk nieuwe jaar.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Don't you know what it means?
Happy New Year.
There goes a whole year right there. All right. We're going to start now with your category, and it is called Neighbors. And you were doing very well last week. You were at $300. You had made no mistakes so far, and you were doing just wonderfully well. So here we go. Girls, do you speak Dutch, too?
Yes, sir.
Oh, isn't that nice they talk? They're twins, you know. Did you know that they're twins? Can you say something to me? Anything you like.
Zag 2 berenbroodjes smeren.
And you know I love you, too, and I think it's very nice of you. What did you say?
Zag,
I know, but what does it mean?
I saw 2 beer,
You saw 2 bears?
buttering bread.
2 bears buttering bread. Oh, this is going to be a short program, I can tell you that right now. All right, now here we go, and here is your next question. Your $300... What?
I could speak Dutch, too.
You must never leave any of them out. That is wrong. All right. You want to say something? Go.
Dank u wel.
What does that mean?
Thank you.
What did you do for me? I don't want to thank you. Is that all you can say? Can you say anything else?
Oh, sure.
Go ahead. That's a good one. I like that.
Tata?
Yes, you bet. And now, I tell you what, you think of some more. In the meantime, let's see if we can win some money for your dad and yourself. All right, here we go. Now, you're at $300. You're reaching for $500. You made no mistakes so far. Here we go. Yalta was the scene where heroic attempts were made to bring friendship and peace among all nations. Now, Yalta is located on a famous peninsula. Name that peninsula. What? No coaching now. Yalta.
Crimean.
Crimean Peninsula, that's right. You know how much money you have so far?
Yes,
How much?
$5,000.
5,000? No! Don't say that. The producers will faint. Hmm?
The 400.
No, you've got 500, all right? You've got that's better than 400, isn't it? Huh? All right, here we go. $500. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you again, I know you want to help them, but you won't be helping them by giving them the answers. First answer we hear before the bell is the one that counts. $500 reaching for our Dodge Bank worth $1,300. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Now, here it is. In the Indian Ocean, we find the famous pear-shaped island of Ceylon. In the middle of the 17th century, it became a Dutch possession, but now it flies the British flag. Can you name the capital city of this historic island of Ceylon?
That is Colombo.
Colombo it is! Do you know, this is Mrs. Verstone.
Yes, Bert?
And this is a member of the family we didn't meet.
That is Arietta.
How old is she? She's a little frightened, I think, with all the excitement. She's how old? I can tell behind the ears. Let me see. You know you were broken the bank for $1,300. What would you like to do with the money?
I would like to spend it for my grandma and grandmother go and visit them at Holland.
Oh, well, that's a very... You want to go visit them in Holland? How do you feel about that, huh?
I feel very, I don't know.
You just feel... You agree with your brother about what to do with the money? And how about you, sir, after all? Same thing?
Yes.
Let's have a nice hand for the first stop, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, now push-button driving is here. And in just 1 second, you're going to see the car that has brought this revolutionary development to you. Ready? Here it is, the dramatic new Dodge for 1956. This is the Dodge of destiny, born of success, born for success. It brings you the look of success from the forward flare of full-visored headlights to soaring jet fins that introduce the style touch of the future. It brings you the feel of success with the magic touch of push-button driving. And it brings you the power of success from the new 230 horsepower Super Red Ram V8 engine. This is Dodge for 56, value leader of the forward look. See it and drive it at your Dodge dealers now.
Who's next in the Fujiyama room?
We have a brand new bank of $1,000, and we have a couple from Ralph, Iowa. Mr. and Mrs. M.W. Webb.
Well, let's welcome Mr. Webb. How are you, Mr. How are you? Right on the line. Now, you're from Raw, Iowa. And it's a great pleasure to welcome you here. Would you tell me exactly where in the state is Raw? Is it near Dubuque?
No, it's in the northwest part of the state.
And how big a town is it, Ms. Webb?
1,000 souls.
1,999? No, 998 since you two left. What do you do, Mr. Webb?
I have a drugstore there.
Oh, fine. How long have you been in the drug business in Raw?
Well, my father opened this store in 1889.
Isn't that fine? Do you have a lunch counter in your store?
No, we have a soda fountain, and we have a little gimmick there. For 35 years, my dad operated Webb's root beer filling station.
Wait a minute. Webb's root beer filling station?
Yeah, we gave them all the root beer they could drink for a nickel.
Isn't that one? What, do you still do it?
No, we had to quit during the war. We couldn't get sugar. One kid drank 12. That's 144 ounces.
Oh, my goodness.
And there are 128 ounces in a gallon, so you see that's quite a lot of root beer.
Boy, and how it is. I can see why you gave that up right away. Well, now, Mrs. Webb from Rolfe, it's a pleasure to welcome you here. We're going to talk to you about early times. And that's your category, and we're going to back to the so-called good old days and see what happened, okay? Now, we're going to start for $25, and as you know, your Dodge dealer has a fresh $1,000 back in that bank, and here we go. Back in the early times, there was something known as love apples, and believe it or not, folks were afraid to eat them. use them as ornaments. Now, what were love apples?
Tomato.
Tomatoes is right. That's good. $25. Did you come up with any of your family?
My daughter and her husband are here.
Oh, well, you're up on a little vacation then.
That's right.
All right, fine. Now, here we go. $25 each for 50. In the early times before radio, before television, before talkies, folks were humming this catchy refrain, and it came from a hit musical. I want you to listen and tell me the tune. Peter? What's that? Tell me Pretty Maiden. That's good. All right, fine. And you have $50. You're reaching for 100. No mistake so far. You're doing very well. Now, if you two will just go off in the corner there and hold hands for a minute. You know, about 30 years ago, they had a dance called the Black Bottom, and the tango was also the vogue, and a hit tune was then very popular, the one I'm about to sing, and then I have a question. All right, Peter, if you will. I can be happy, I can be sad, I can be good, I can be bad. It all depends on you. I can be lonely out in a crowd. I can be humble, I can be proud. It all depends on you. I can save money or spend it, go right on living. Or end it, you're to blame, honey, for what I do. I know that I can be beggar, I can be king, I can be almost any old thing. It all depends on you. I can save money or spend it, go right on living, or end it, you're to blame, honey, for what I do. I know that I can be beggar, I can be king, I can be almost any old thing. It all depends on you. Featured in a recent movie called Love Me or Leave Me, all about a girl singing star of the early days, Ruth Edding. Now, the role of Ruth Edding was played by a lovely singing star of today. Name her. I can't hear you.
Doris Day.
Doris Day. That's good. You have $100. Very good. Now, in the early times, we had a different style of dancing. No cha-cha. There was no rock and roll. The waltz, for instance, was very popular. And here's one that is still popular. Listen and name it. Peter? Just off the record. You know, another popular song about that time was the Charleston. You remember that?
Oh, she can do it.
Can you do it?
No.
If we both do it, will you join in anytime you want?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Peter, let's have a little try. Now, your answer was the Merry Widow Waltz. Is that right?
Her answer.
You're right. You got $200 now. You reach for $300. Those early times. Now, here's another ad. In 1905, a buggy sold direct to you for $30. That's without the horse. A far cry from the new luxury Dodge with its wonderful push-button driving. Back then, the Wright brothers flew approximately 25 miles in 38 minutes at a city in Ohio where they made their home. Can you name that city? It's not Kitty Hawk.
Dayton.
Dayton, that's it. You have $300. Reaching for the gateway to the bank, $500. No coaching, please. First dance before the bell. Have your conference. But, boy, me too. Let's all right. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, here
I'm glad I don't have hair.
Now you're at $300. Now, no coaching, please. And the first answer before the bell. Back in 1910, a New York governor was appointed a justice of the United States Supreme Court. He became Chief Justice in 1930. Can you name him? You can talk together. First answer here. What do you say?
Charles Evans Hughes?
You're right. That's it. Charles Evans Hughes. It can happen again tonight. You're at $500, reaching for the bank, which is $1,000. Now listen very closely. No coaching. First answer before the bell. Some years ago, Americans got quite a jolt. For the first time since the Civil War, our citizens had to pay income tax. This came about through a famous amendment to our Constitution. Now, can you give me the number of that amendment and the year it was passed? I want the amendment and the year it was passed that legalized income tax.
20th Amendment?
No, sir.
Okay.
It was the 16th Amendment. The year was 1913. One mistake. You have another chance now. You're back to $300. Try this one. There was a romantic touch in the news when the Secretary of the Treasury married the President's daughter. The bride was Eleanor Wilson, daughter of President Woodrow Wilson. Can you name the groom? Married the Secretary of the Treasury. 5 more seconds to go. During the time of Wilson. Any idea?
Yeah, he's a...
William Gibbs McAdoo.
Yeah, McAdoo.
But you have done very well. Don't go away, because we have $300 for you, Mr. and Mrs. Webb, with the best wishes of your Dodge Theater.
Something you can have some fun with.
You won't get any of the money?
I'll get the game.
Let's give them a nice shot. Thank you very much. Wait a minute. That man was here just a few minutes ago. What happened to Rex Marshall?
I'm right here, Bert. I'll admit the position is a little bit unusual, but I got in this unusual position because I wanted to demonstrate a special point to you. You know, I stretch out over 6 feet 2 inches in length, and I wanted you to see how easy it was for me to stretch out with room to spare in the back of this Dodge Sierra station wagon. And incidentally, you'll notice that that little trick was done with the rear seat, still up in position. Yep, it goes down, of course, quick and easy. And when you put it down, you've got more than 9 full feet of carrying space back there. By the way, I speak from experience about Sierra station wagons because this very car that I'm sitting on right now is my personal car. That's right. Believe me, it's the pride of the Marshall family. We love it, whether it's carrying a load of firewood like I did last week, or taking a trip, or Mrs. Marshall running the kids and groceries around town. It is simply wonderful. Incidentally, did you notice that it's all carpeted here in the interior? Isn't that nice, though? Well, that carpeting is for more than just appearance's sake. It protects the Sierra for you when you're carrying a load, or if your load happens to be fragile, that nice thick carpeting protects that, too. And I want to tell you that my 3 youngsters didn't spend very much time finding out that that nicely carpeted interior is a real fun place to ride. It's safe and comfortable for you. Well, I'm folding up the tailgate here now because I wanted you to have a real showroom look at this car. I wanted you to see how low, lively, long, and limousine-looking it is. Believe me, this Sierra station wagon rides just like a limousine, too. Whether you're driving along just by yourself or carrying a load, those double-coil springs make this baby just ride over the roughest road like a dream. And, of course, it has all the famous Dodge features. Here to the left of the steering wheel is the famous new push-button drive. And then, up under this sleek hood, you get that breakaway power that comes to you from the mighty 230 horsepower Dodge Super Red Ram V8 engine. Believe me, in all respects, this Sierra station wagon is simply wonderful. So if you're thinking about a station wagon, this is the year and this is the one. City or suburb, summer or winter, you simply can't beat it. You know, it's available in 4 different price ranges, so why not hitch your star to a Dodge wagon tomorrow?
Now for a Dodge Bank that has grown to the sum of $1,300.
We have coming out next a couple of friends from down south in Memphis, Tennessee. This is Mr. Bob Sanderson and Miss Jane Cowell.
Thank you. How are you, Miss How are you? That's fine. Just stand right on the line so they get a nice, pretty picture. And you're all the way up here from Memphis, Tennessee?
Memphis, yes.
How do you two know each other? Or...
Well, I tell you, I'm up here to win an award on the Build America Better Council. I did over an old house in the Mississippi River.
You did?
Miss Cullins wrote the copy that won the contest. So
well, isn't that fine? And you're both up here to receive an award?
Well, I just won the award for the Realtors.
I see.
The Build America Better contest.
And I'm on my vacation.
Well, fine. You're all having fun, I hope.
Yes, we certainly are.
You known each other very long?
Yes, about 5 years.
Good. Well, now you're all going to work together on, you're going to be a famous duet for a category called Famous Duet. And we're going to start out now. This is going to be duets and twosomes in song and story and real life. Okay, we're going to start for $25. To get the idea, I'm going to give you 3 famous things that go together, and you give me the other 3 ingredients, all right? Hot dogs and what?
Mustard.
And good, that's fine. Corned beef and...
Cabbage.
Very good. And hamburgers and...
Onion.
And beans and all that stuff. Very good. That's 25. I'll see you. What'd you do to that old house down there?
Well, it was an old house, about 95 years old, and I just knocked the walls out, put in a picture window that overlooks
You
the
made a
river.
kind of an airy old house out of it.
It's sort of modernized.
Well, that's fine. That's very interesting, I'm sure. Now, Pete and the boys up here, Peter Van Steeden is going to give you a musical clue to one of the most famous duets in Songland. You listen and name it. All right, Pete? Frankie and Johnny. That's it for $50. Yeah. You're doing fine. Now, here's a famous duet in waltz time. You listen and give me the title. It fits right into your category. Three-quarter time. That's good, and you've got $100. No mistake so far. Now, a famous duet comes to life in this all-time favorite. I want you to listen to a little bit of it, and then I have a question. All right, Pete? Now, you know what the name of the song is. It was practically the theme song for a man who combined a silk-lined top hat and a clarinet for his stage appearances. Can you name him?
Ted Lewis.
Is everybody happy? That's it. That's it. Very good. All right. $200. The tennis world has a famous American duet who won the Davis Cup for us in 1954 and unfortunately lost it the same year. This year, rather. I'm sorry. Lost it this year. Can you name this tennis twosome who were the backbone of our Davis Cup team?
Satius was one.
That's right, and the other was?
Traber.
Traber was Traber. That puts you at $300 reaching for the gateway to the bank, which is $500. No coaching audience. First answer before the bell. And here is your next question for $500. I want you to listen to a musical combination that all of us relish. Give me the title, and you'll see what I mean. All right, Pete?
Ain't we got fun?
Pardon? Wait a minute.
Ain't we got fun?
Me? Huh?
Ain't we got fun?
I hope we are, but that's not the title. I'm sorry to say. The title is Young and Healthy, but that's only one mistake. Our time is up. Now you have $200. No? One mistake. I'm sorry. I was going to another program. I'll see you later. You know, whenever the bell rings. Oh, you're going on daylight saving time now, aren't you? All right, well. Good night, all. It's been swell, and I hope you'll all be back later on. All right, Young and Healthy. One mistake, back to $200. You ring it 4 times when we're through, don't we? All right, and you'll leave my mail in the box once you go back. A very popular duet was a hit song of some time ago. The title, The Girl Is You and the Boy Is Me. That's a great title for a song, isn't it? Now, this song was featured in a smash Broadway musical. Can you name that musical? The girl is you, and the boy is me. Now, this is from some time ago, and it was a smash Broadway musical. I believe there was a series of them. 5 more seconds to go. Now, this is some time ago. Pardon?
Shakespeare 5?
No, you're close. It was George White's Scandal, but you were on the right track. We have $200 for you from your friendly Dodge dealer, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What?
We have an Air Force couple coming out next. This is Staff Sergeant and Mrs. Joseph H. Simpson from Detroit, Michigan.
Well, hi, Miss Simpson. How are you? Glad to see you. Now, what? How'd it have been if I'd have cut the show off right there? None of us would have gotten on, would it? Okay, I tell you what, we're going to hold the applause, and let's see how far this young couple can go on travel tunes, all right? Now, that's your category, and just a few bars of this song, and we'll be out west in where? Make it quick, please. Very good. You got $25. Here's another one, and time's up. I'm sure you'll come back next week, won't you, Sergeant?
We'll be back.
Good. Let's give them a hand. See you next week, same time. Friends, thank you very much. We will see you next week at the same time, and in the meantime, be sure to visit your nearby Dodge dealer. See the beautiful all-new Dodge for 1956. That's the car with the look, the feel, the power of success. Dodge, the value leader of the forward look. For all of us, Rex Marshall and Janice and Peter Van Sieden, Bert Parks for your Dodge dealer. Thank you and good night.
And now this is Johnny Olson reminding you that Break the Bank has been brought to you by your dependable Dodge dealer, who also brings you on this same network Danny Thomas and Make Room for Daddy and the Lawrence Welk Show. See your local paper for station and time. Janice is Gown by David Hart, Incorporated.
Stay tuned for Wednesday Night Fights on ABC Television Network.